Skippy02 here. Going to do a little look at the new Smith & Wesson M&P22 Compact. That is obviously the pistol you see before you. This gun's been out pushing 6 or 7 months now. This one has been in our possession for probably 2 or 3 months. Got somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 rounds through it, and we like it. We've had 0 problems from it whatsoever, and have nothing but good things to say about it. Basically, when you get this bad boy new out of the box, a simple pasteboard, cardboard box that is, it comes with the obligatory cable lock, warranty card, owner's manual, that kind of thing, and 2 magazines. That's a step up from the previous model, which only came with 1 magazine. Also of note, this one is made completely in-house by Smith & Wesson themselves, whereas the predecessor, the M&P22, which was a full-size pistol, basically a clone of the standard full-size 9mm 40 cal 357 SIG, just in 22, was actually made by Walther and imported for Smith & Wesson. This gun, like I said, is made completely by Smith and made in-house here in the States, but for all intents and purposes it is identical in pretty much every way to its full-size brother, with a few minor exceptions, and of course the fact that it's quote-unquote 15% smaller than its predecessor. Let's take a looky-loo. Here on the left side, obviously you see the logo and the Smith & Wesson stamp, the takedown bar, the slide catch, and the thumb safety, as well as the mag release. Trigger is, in my opinion, better than your average M&P pistols of any caliber, oddly enough. The stroke isn't as long, it's nowhere near as gritty, and it actually breaks right about 6 pounds right out of the box. The palm swells doesn't have the interchangeable palm swells. This is all molded one-piece lower frame. This is all molded into it. It's not a tool or anything along those lines like you would have on the full-size, full-caliber versions. And the safety that I mentioned is standard. There is no if you want it or if you don't want an option. You either get it or you don't get the gun. It also incorporates one of these built-in frame locks, and of course it has the keys to basically make the gun completely inert. On the right side, it's basically slick, barring the logo and of course the other half of that ambidextrous thumb safety that I mentioned. No slide catches, no takedowns, none of that. The mag release right here functions just like a standard M&P pistol, and you can flip that around if you choose. But that's what she looks like. As far as features go, obviously Picatinny rail, and hang your kitchen sink, or laser, tack light, whatever. Threaded barrel. I forget the thread pitch off the top of my head. It's some odd metric, something or another, but there are a bevy of companies who make adapters that will simply thread into its place and allow you to have the external suppressor dimension of your choosing. The takedown works identical, or almost identical I should say, to the standard M&P line. Lock your slide back, flip your takedown bar down, release the slide release catch, pull it all the way back, lift it up, slide it forward. Here's the inside of the slide. This is all your firing pin assembly and extractor and so forth in there. This is aluminum, so it's a good bit lighter than the regular M&Ps. Also, the sights, like the regular M&Ps, are 3-dot white sights, but the rear is adjustable for windage and elevation, which is handy dandy, as you can see there, and it's actually built better, I think, than the factory installed sight on the original full-size M&P22, which was actually polymer rear sight that was adjustable. But just for your information, you can replace these with standard front M&P sights. The rears, though, I'm not sure about. The dovetail in here looks much wider, and by looks what I mean is it's literally 2 times as big, but I think, and don't hold me on this to be gospel, but I think I read that now I don't even remember, caught me off guard on that one. Anyway, the front side is identical in fixture to all the other M&Ps, so that would be easily done, but the rear uses this dovetail spacing that's the same as another firearm and sight company, but I forget what it was. But whatever. The factory sights are not bad, so you may not even be interested in changing them out. Anywho, as far as the lower receiver goes, once you break it down, you have a new and improved, revamped recoil assembly. It's obviously, as you see, captured. Utilizes 2 springs, one that's wound one way, one that's wound the opposite way. Can't really see that on the video. The inner one that is wound transversely, I guess you would say, is very fine. It's very, very thin coiled spring. But this unit is all metal, with the exception of this retainer cap here is some kind of Teflon or Delrin, something along those lines. But I look at this as an improvement over the full-size M&P22 personally. The barrel, hammer, all the internals look very much like the M&P22 full-size, the predecessor to this. And as you can see, they're all basically one with the frame. They don't spring out, fall out. This is basically tear down here for field service, cleaning, and so forth. If you had to tear this gun down beyond this, you're probably dealing with a problem and you don't want any part of that. So I can't attest to how well that works or doesn't work, because we haven't had the need, so we haven't. Anyways, put that back together, latch the slide, flip that into place, and voila. Will not fire without a mag, has a magazine disconnect. Just for the record, no rear plate either, that's different. So anyway, this is the M&P22 Compact. I like it very much, and like I said in the beginning, it's basically 15% smaller than this, which is the original M&P22, and you can see those differences if you basically put the rears of them on top of each other equally. Just kind of unscientifically put my finger on there. You can see how much shorter that is at the snout and how much shorter it is at the grip. Also, while you don't notice it so much on the slide is thinner and shorter, as is the grip. The new Compact feels very much like a shield in your hand, comparable in weight, comparable in the overall size, I guess, with the exception that the snout is obviously just a little bit longer, but not much. So if you're comfortable holding a shield, I would speculate you'd be comfortable holding this. Again, it's 22 long rifle. There's not a lot of bang there, but it is a hell of a lot of fun to shoot. Affordable. You can pick these up a little over 300 bucks. Shop around, you could probably do better. Comes with 2 mags. They are 10 round mags, and by the way, these mags are not interchangeable with the full size, so if you have a full size and are thinking about swapping mags to the slightly higher capacity, not gonna happen. So they got you on that one, but they give you 2 of them, so that's cool. But anyway, don't know what else there is to say. That basically covers all the basics, and probably a little bit more. Anyway, hope you liked what you saw. Hope you enjoyed. This is Scipio 2. We appreciate y'all taking your time to watch. We're out.